And welcome back. Picking up where we left off last time in the Long Dark. Just finished making it back to pick up the Sutherland order, which is something we probably wanted to do in preparation for potentially getting some future ones. I'm gonna drag some of these hides back to the garage. And okay, this isn't ideal weather. This is workable weather. If we're just going somewhere, it shouldn't be a problem. And we're at full conditions. I'll just take the condition damage from the cold. If I felt really trapped where I was, I could have done some crafting. We do have some rapid gloves and deer hide boots to fix. Oops, sorry. Like burp there, I think. Deer hide boots to fix. Walking past the fishing hut. Again, in an emergency, if you're sort of lost, those fishing huts are pretty good places to actually stop and warm up. Because even in a blizzard like this, the stove in them can't get blown out. So you can start up a fire. And in blizzard conditions, those fires will last pretty long. They'll last probably almost double the length of the fuel you put in there normally.
Someone's gotta go.
However, in this case, I know, at least if I walk in a straight line, I'll eventually hit a landmark I can use to direct where I need to go. So right now I just have an auto walk. I've hit Z, I'm letting it auto walk in a straight line, because I'm more likely to get myself into trouble if I'm trying to optimize my pathing here than just walk straight. Dead straight as an arrow works best for me in this sort of blizzard condition. At least on Coastal Highway, where I know once I find the road, I can figure out where I need to go from the road. So basically shot casting to hit the road, or to hit some bit of the interesting piece of the coastline so I can figure out where I am. So we found the coastline. I'm going to meet the guess that I was probably pointed a little far to the right, and I'm going to take the left on the road here to get to the garage. I may be wrong, and if I am wrong, I'll end up approaching the locksword if I went to the left instead of right. Either way, that'll be a fine place to warm up and pass a little bit of time. It does not look like I'm wrong. On lower difficulties, there's probably a house up there. But because it's not up there, we can't see. But we're about to approach the garage. Actually, this point probably means it's a good time to take a sprint. Got plenty of fatigue, might as well mitigate a little bit of the damage we're taking by sprinting to get there a little faster. This is the coastal town site. I think I have some bear meat. Stomp over and eat. The regular food at my town site location is actually getting a bit threadbare at this point. Because we've been making jerky, so most of the higher quality food that would go off normally, I've been turning into jerky. So at some point I should probably do some hunting specifically to fill up the local food stockpile. I say that as I walk by and a massive pile of meat.
I'm not sure I can
Maybe
carry
I'm
much more.
overestimating how much fuel or how much food I need. Tool-wise, I think it was out of charcoal. Yeah, we're out of charcoal. Look like 4 pieces of charcoal. I got 6 regular arrows on me, which is probably enough. So I should probably leave the arrowheads behind. I do have 1 arrow shaft, so we'll go ahead and quickly assemble one of the arrows. Oops. Taking a little munition damage from being dehydrated, which you didn't need to do. Not an issue after all, but yeah, it sounds like the weather has improved. So we'll go ahead and leave leftover arrowhead behind because we don't need it right now. Feathers behind. We'll add some bear hide to our bear hide pile. Might actually take the deer hide with me because we're going to be doing some repairs. Leave some fuel probably. No, definitely leave the reclaimed wood. So reclaimed wood is particularly valuable for making snares for trapping rabbits. Wonder why he's so heavy. That makes... that's a half a kilogram, but that's not going to count for everything. It's not food. It's usually food. Oh, I still have the simple tools on me. That's a kilogram of weight. Don't need to be carrying. Oh, and I got way too many torches. Way too many good torches. It's a good problem to have. High quality tools is a good problem to have. Okay, let's see what the weather's like outside. Actually, before we go out, how's the salt carrying coming along? It's done. Salt carrying is done. Okay. Take the
I might have to drop some gear.
meat out of you, and we'll make a meat pile. Okay, so cold, sunny, and windy. None of those are necessarily deal breakers to doing things. One thing I wanted to do, now that I'm remembering it, I wanted to head up to the coal mine and drag down some coal to re-stockpile coal at the fishing site. Well, that's where we're headed. We're headed up the mountain, basically. I think there is a Polaroid somewhere in Coastal Highway that I have missed. I haven't spoiled myself where it could spawn, because there's multiple different places it can spawn. So I don't know if it's just I have been to that specific spot to check, or if I've actually missed it. Or if I'm hallucinating in my memory of where it spawns. Or if it spawns. Maybe there isn't one, and I'm just hallucinating that there's one from my memory. But I'm pretty sure it's outside area. I don't believe it's an inside area. For example, it won't be in the cabin over there. It'll be in a backpack or on a corpse or something. I just don't remember where that backpack and/or corpse is. You can see this is one of the active bear spawns that we're walking past right now. We're not going to run into this bear because I got the bear last time we were in Coastal Highway. I think at this point the only bear that was probably up in Coastal Highway is the one we ran into last night. Okay, well the wolf detected me, or I detected it, but it saw my bear coat, potentially wolf pants, I think it's just the bear coat. Don't know if they added that modifier to the pants as well. And got spooked and ran off. If he didn't, he probably would have growled at me a bit and given me a little bit of a warning to yoink out a torch and light it. Looks like the wind has died down, so we should be able to make it the rest of the way up there without taking any cold damage. And we're a bit heavy, because I'm carrying various crafting projects on me. So this won't necessarily be a particularly efficient trip. Not that we necessarily need to be that efficient. I think we're like short like 6 coal to have the full cabinet of coal, so don't need to pick up that much. To be fair, depending upon if you've got a spawn that's got one of those little houses up, this can be a decent place to catch rabbit. Because you can kill the rabbit and then duck into the cabins to disassemble it inside. Though, do be careful. You are close enough to that bear spawn that we walked past a little bit earlier for the bear to wander up if you smell. In fact, he'll sometimes wander up even if you don't smell. So, because of the switchback nature of Coastal Highway, we are basically going to walk past the mine. And have to double back to it, just because we can't climb this slope. Well, there was a rope back there. We could have gone up that rope if I had the rope installed. But we can't basically climb this slope, so we're basically having to walk past it to catch the ramp up. On the other hand, once you've got stuff, which is one of the reasons I tend to use this coal mine a lot for gathering coal, is you can come down these slopes. You can take shortcuts on the way back when you're heavy with stuff. Heavy with coal. Nice quiet ascent. Getting an occasional stick on the way up. And that's showing you how over encumbered I am. I didn't leave myself much carrying capacity for coming up here because of all the crafting projects I'm carrying. Well, maintenance projects, I suppose I'm carrying. Carrying stuff to repair the boots and gloves. I'm probably overcarrying. In theory, I could succeed on the first roll, in which case I've got twice as much as I need for the boots and 4 times as much as I need for the gloves. And as you can see, what we tend to do here a lot is we come up and because we're here to pick up coal, we leave a bunch of sticks behind. Have more carrying capacity. Honestly, I might leave a bunch of torches behind. I know what I'm going to do. I'll save a little bit of fuel. Been a nice sunny day. So, instead of using lantern oil to explore the coal mine, I'm going to use torches. Because I've got lots of torches.
My fingers feel numb.
And then usually, for safety reasons, it's always a good idea to keep one stick on you. And if it's desperate for coal someplace, I can just grab coal and not have to do an exploration of the mine, but we'll do a quick nip through the mine, both to warm up and to pick up the renewable coal. So the coal in here, this is one of the denser places of respawning coal. So the coal in here respawns, you know where to look for it. And obviously the coal does not respawn if you haven't picked it up, so every once in a while it makes sense to come to the cave, pick up all the coal, just so that you're sort of clearing the farm for more to grow. I believe also, oh, it might not be this one, it might be the one farther down the hill, has salt in it. Don't think I'm going to do too deep of a dive. Because we're already a bit full and we've barely been in here for very long when it comes to coal. In fact, we'll probably leave some of the coal at the entrance as we go out. Yeah, I think this is as deep as I'm gonna go. Needs to say this is a cave area, so you can't, well, this is a man-made cave area, so you can't start fires in here. So if you want to use this workbench, and it's not the right time of day where it's going to let you just use it, you can use your lantern. So if you set your lantern up, it does continue to provide light, even if you're not holding it. Put it down while it's lit. I've done that a couple times to finish crafting projects. I don't think I've had to do it on stream, though. Or, well, I don't think I ever needed to have to do it. But I haven't done it on stream even well, I don't think I have done it on stream. And if I did, then I definitely, well, I may have contemplated doing it on stream. Not sure how much I remember doing it or not. It is the thing you can do, is what I'm getting at. I don't know if there's any examples in the fairly long part list of this series. And yeah, we've been and explored most of the non-renewable stuff already. And if there is salt in here, I don't remember where it is. We didn't come across it poking around. I think it's the other one that I was thinking of that has salt. And you can see they've gone ahead and changed a little bit of the setup, because that was on a shelf. Granted, I think that shelf is that, so it may have been that the shelf has moved and not that the symbol tools have moved. That would make some sense. Okay, so time to do some inventory management. So I can probably get away with being 5 kilograms overweight because we're going to go downhill. So I don't need to drop that much of the coal. I do need to drop some though. Yep, something like that. 20 pieces I think is good enough.
I need to drop something.
And we've got a torch lit, and I've got plenty of torches. If anything, I need to go through torches. So I'm going to keep it lit, and we're going to use this to ward off any wolves as we're walking downhill. Of course, when you're walking downhill, you get a slight speed boost. And you can take shortcuts like we're going to take here. To help you get where you're going faster. So yeah, it takes quite a bit of time going up, and it takes almost no time going down. Torch swap time. Grab a couple sticks. Make up for the weight of the torch we're leaving behind. Bunnies. I hear the pitter-patter of something, but I wasn't sure what it was until I saw them. Not quite used to bunnies being there particularly often. That's a new one with the wildlife refresh. Yeah, nice. Calm walk. Not seeing anything threatening, so sort of a routine trip out to the coastline. Drop off some coal. Probably the higher visibility, we can do a little bit of beachcombing before we settle back in for the dusk by the looks of it. I wonder what we can do for the next Sutherland order, trade order. Don't know when the war will be in again, or even when we'll be offering. Oh, and we did have a blizzard, so what was on the coast has changed. Pallet. Pallet. Nothing on the pallet. And too far out to be harvested for its reclaimed wood and
I'm gonna
fish.
have to leave something behind.
Tend to find the ruined fish tend to be a bit on the heavy side. What does this fish weigh? 5 kilogram. Some interesting beach coming here, so this looks like a maple sapling. Cattail head is not that interesting. High enough level at this point that cattail heads aren't useful. That's another cattail head. Yeah. Early game, those would be a little bit more interesting, but once you hit fire making 3, they're worthless. And to be fair, it doesn't take that long to fire making 3. Like 60 fires? Well, 60 successful fires. Quality tools. Well, we're not going to leave that there on the beach. Let's drag it up this far. So we got some reclaimed wood. Floating fish.
Getting kind of heavy.
We're kind of going the wrong way with the beach coming right now. I don't want to really carry the fish, so I'm going to drag it inland, or we can pick it up later. Don't necessarily want to be carrying it with me because it will smell. In fact, I probably should have ate some fish earlier. We got some bear meat here that we'll eat instead of trying to hold it back. One interesting something there. Probably a campfire when I harvested a carcass earlier. Yeah, that tracks. Next to some planks. If we wanted more reclaimed wood, we could harvest the planks, but I don't think it's worth the fuel. I'm gonna check to see if the salt has respawned. This is the first salt we harvested, so it's probably back by now. That looks like it might be back. Oh, it is back. Good.
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
Well, good thing that's all you're carrying. I don't remember if we have... if this slope here is shallow enough to get up. The answer is... barely. Take a peek in here. Don't think there's a backpack. Oh, there is a backpack here. Empty backpack where we searched before. Okay, let's get back to the garage and drop that salt off. Should allow us to fully fill back up the curing box Not that I have anything necessarily to put in it right away. Maybe worth trying to drag some salt out to Pleasant Valley and set up a curing box over there for explorations farther in that direction. There are some convenient bears that could be hunted over there. Probably going to drop the salt in the box and hold it for the part. Basically, the round trip has taken most of the episode. At this point, other than maybe trying to go hunt the bear down the other end of Coastal Highway, probably at the point where I need to either decide that I want to do more mapping, which traditionally hasn't been a thing that worked during the night. Depends on the clarity of the night and whatever. Like, I think full moon you can do it, and aurora you can do it, but you can't do it any old night. It tends to get in the way of mapping. So we'll probably have to wait until tomorrow anyway, in-game, to do mapping. Which, to be fair, will probably be tomorrow for you if you're watching on YouTube. But yeah, I think as far as getting ready, I think we are mostly ready. Some things like we can cook that fish, but...
It's done. Something's gotta go.
Yeah, we're gonna put a bunch of salt in the carrying box here. Okay, so not enough to fill it up, but it's gonna bring us over half. Which should be enough to cure a full round of meat. And we may have enough daylight that we can do some repairs. So let's try to get our gloves repaired while we're thinking about it. Or while I'm thinking about it. Okay. Exceed the gloves on the first pass. We can attempt the boots. Don't know if we're going to have the time. No, we can't because it's too dark. If we can't because it's too dark, did that take my deer hide? No, it did not. Oh, we got mending 3. Good to know. The character is probably not sleeping enough to sleep a full 10 hours. But this is where I will put the part break in, so I hope you've been enjoying. If you're watching on YouTube, if you're watching on Twitch, feel free to hang around. There will be another part coming up in a bit. Take a short break. Catch you all in the next part. Bye for now.